motorcycle is whatever you want to make it. Turn it on, you can give yourself a real thrill.
Here at the trailhead, Trail 267, and I'm gonna try to close this loop. We'll see if it works today. You can see why I'm out here again this weekend. It's snowing a little bit, and I want to see if I can get this loop in before it gets too snowy up here. This trail is not the most visible. The thing about riding Cambridge is there's a lot of little rocks, and the rocks aren't planted in the ground. They're not solid, so they move around on you. And so I still need to do maintenance to my bike. Got to get a front tire and a rear tire for it. And I still need to do the hydraulic flush. Maintenance is an interesting thing because I think a lot of people kind of do over maintenance on their bikes. I'm a firm believer for sure that there's no seal like the factory seal. So if you break any kind of seal, even to adjust your valves or do a rebuild on the top end, there's definitely not going to be the same level of reliability that you had before you did that. Slimy out here today. Some spots it's perfect, some spots it's a little bit slimy. Neutral there. Here we go with this game trail stuff again. Trying to follow a trail the wrong direction. So I think I'm gonna head back up to the main trail up top that's indistinguishable between the game trail and the dirt bike trail. So The difference is the game trail goes all over the place, and one of the ways you can tell it's a game trail is right here. This goes under a branch, and nobody has ever cut this branch out of the way. The game will just push under it. You can see where the bark is worn off on the underside. All the branches are broken from game pushing through here. But obviously they don't carry saws with them, so they don't clear trail. Dang game, not doing their part. The main trail should be there's a lot of deadfall up there. And elk follow no rules. I think the other one goes up to that main trail, so I think I'm good here. All right, made it through that. going on, guys? So I've lost the trail up here, but instead of backtracking all the trail that I've already hit, I'm going to press on because the highway is just directly ahead. The loop that I'm supposed to close should be directly ahead, just over this hill. So I'm going to push forward and try to connect in, much to the chagrin of you communists who don't believe I should have the same traveling rights as an elk or a deer, because they make the same trails all over here, and that's why I'm a little bit lost probably. All right. At some point, there's kind of, you get to a point of no return because I'm too far in and I would need to turn on my headlight and ride at night probably here before too long. I know for a fact that the highway is just directly ahead down this hill. I also know that there's some dirt roads down here, and I think this ties in. This is where I hope I can just free ride it down to the road. Otherwise, I've got a hell of an adventure in front of me. It looks like it's a mite steep. Let's see where I'm at here. Starting with the front, I've got a giant loop to help pull you out of stuff. And then I've got tubeless system. I have 2 sets of wheels and tires. And then I've got the carbon fiber exhaust guard on here, which is a good addition, but again, that does transfer a lot of the energy, and you can actually break this flange up here. So it's not necessarily what you want to do, but it's definitely an option. It definitely helps with all the dings. I mean, you can tell it's really jacked up. Mine hasn't broken yet, but next time I think I'm just gonna have a plain old exhaust on there with no guard. This is one of the things I did. I put a oversized rear brake pedal, this right here, and it's been working out great. I rarely miss this one. The stock one, you really had to stay squeezed in, and when you're bouncing around, it's pretty tough. So this has been helping me out quite a bit. I have a fan on here, a radiator fan. I have this set to 195 degrees, so once it gets up to a certain temperature, it kicks on and helps cool the bike. And like I said, I do have tubeless tires on both front and rear. Currently I'm running the Shinko 505 on the rear and the Shinko fat tire on the front. I'll be switching to all Dunlop, so I'll be running the AT81s front and rear. I have the FMF turbine core on the rear, or the spark arrestor is a FMF turbine core. It's pretty good. It's required, so it's required for competition. And out here, technically you're not supposed to be riding a 2-stroke anyways, per EPA regulations anymore. I keep the plastic and everything pretty sharp, as sharp as I can. The handguards are representative of what the plastic would look like if I didn't actually take care of it. And you see this flopping around. This bolt came loose today, and I actually have a tool I can tighten that with. I'll do that here in a little bit. As far as gasoline, I run non-ethanol. I mix it 91 octane non-ethanol pump fuel. I mix that half and half with non-ethanol race fuel, which is about 100 octane, so, or 110 octane, something like that. So I run it half and half. Way better for the bike than to use just pump gas. I notice a pretty big difference. Other than that, the carburetor is stock, gearbox, all that stuff, gearing. Pretty much everything is stock other than what I have shown you, unless I'm forgetting something. Anyways, that is my setup. See you guys.
His name is Racer Red. If he wasn't riding, he'd be in bed. He naps during the day. He rides his love in garage bays. Oh, he rides all night, full throttle all the time. Oh, he was born to ride. Red Racer, like, comment, and subscribe.